guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophia if you are new. So today's video is just going to be a classic trying out new makeup first impressions on high-end products that I've either had in my collection for quite some time and just haven't had the chance to play with, or products that just recently got sent to me in PR. I'm not sure if I'm posting this video first or my makeup haul video first, so whichever one comes first, just know that those two videos are a play on each other. So yeah, I don't want to do too much talking because these videos can get really long really quick, especially once I start rambling. So without further ado, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Leave me your guys' comments down below, and let's just go ahead and get started. All right, so I did already put on some moisturizer about, I don't know, 30 minutes ago. I used the Ole Henriksen one today. This one is a little bit thicker, so I typically don't like a thicker moisturizer, but it's fine for filming. So, Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. With this primer, I like to just take some on my finger, about a quarter size amount, and then what I like to do is just press it into the skin. No rhyme, no reason. It really doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that. I like to just keep it in areas where I feel like my pores are more accentuated. Now that the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer is kind of like sunken in and settled into the skin, I'm next going to go in with another primer. It's more like a body product. This is the Huda Beauty Nymph Nacho Mama's Panty Clothes in the shade Luna. I picked this up after the Sephora VIB sale. I know, I could have picked it up during, but it was out of stock, so I didn't. This is what the packaging looks like. This is, an all over body highlighter, but I actually like to use it as a primer. It's really, really bizarre. I know, a primer, who would have thunk it? It's a really interesting product. You literally need a half pump and it'll cover your entire face. And sorry, what I like to do is take it on a large buffing brush and just kind of start to buff it in to the skin. I actually have been using this a lot lately as a primer, and I think it was last night when I went to work for like the first time in a couple weeks since I've had this product. I didn't use it as my primer, and oh my gosh, I liked my makeup, but having this, for some reason, it just made a really big difference, and I could tell like this just instantly gives your skin a filtered effect. I don't know how to explain it. It's honestly the weirdest thing ever, because you would think like, oh, it's just like a highlighter. You could use any product like how you use this and it'll do the same thing, but it really doesn't. This is just such a cool product. And then I just like to take it over and kind of just go where I put the Tarte one and just blend. See, I kind of look crazy, but I promise that it actually doesn't look as crazy as you think it does. For foundation today, I am taking two different products, but by the same brand and the same line. I'm going to be taking the Vanish Hourglass Seamless Foundation in the shade Vanilla. This is the liquid form, and then I'm also going to be taking the Vanish Stick in the shade Vanilla. If you guys have been following me for a while, you would know that I use the Vanish Stick foundation all the time. I used it a lot about a year or two ago. It was like my holy grail, and then I just started trying new products, and this one kind of just went out of rotation, but they did send me a new one, so thank you so much, Hourglass. I'm gonna go, sorry, I just had to take it out of packaging. Oh yeah, this looks perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys the packaging for both of them. They're both very nice packaging. And I'm gonna zoom you guys in for this part so you can kind of see more of like the makeup application in my face. For this, I'm actually gonna start with the Vanish Stick and apply it. So I'm just gonna go This is a really full coverage foundation as well. And so is the liquid. But we love a full coverage. Also, since I am going to be tapping this out with a damp beauty blender, I'm not afraid to add extra product because it'll just get tapped out with a damp beauty blender. I'm going to shake this again. And I have my beauty blender here. I'm going to take this and just squirt it onto the beauty blender, Fix Plus, and just spray, whoops, not myself, the beauty blender once or twice. I'm gonna start tapping it out. I've used both these foundations on their own a lot. I've mainly used the Hourglass Vanish Liquid on its own when it first came out, and if I'm being honest, I didn't really like it. It was good for like not an all day long wear foundation, but more of a foundation that's like just if you're going out for a couple hours, you don't need something super intense, you can just throw it on. And that's what I liked about it. It is really full coverage, also another thing I really like about it, but I just kind of felt like I liked the Vanish stick more. And if I was gonna use one of them, I would have grabbed the Vanish stick. Also, something I really like about the Vanish stick is the fact that it is a stick foundation. It's so easy to apply. It's so fast, easy to use. It looks flawless, and it's just a bomb foundation. Same thing, just a squirt, a foundation, a little Fix Plus, and I'm gonna move on to the side of the face. So I'm just gonna tap out this all together one last time. Wow, this looks so good, and it blended out super simple. I literally can't stop staring. It looks so good. I'm really impressed. But moving on of cream contour, this is the Huda Beauty Tan Tour Contour Bronzer Cream in the color Fair. Once again, I picked this up after the sale because it didn't launch yet, I don't believe. I think this came out like a couple days after the sale, and I really wanted to try it since I was out of my KKW stick. I figured, why not give this guy a go? I have tried it a couple times and I really enjoy it. I like to just take it on a Real Technique brush, and then I just start applying it and blending it out. It blends out really nice. And I like to go in like a patting downward motion, just natural look to your skin. And that's what I love about this product so much. And it blends really nice. Oop. This is just a Alexa Persico brush, and I really like it for a nose contour. I'm just gonna drag it down. Like this. And then I'm using the blender side, and I'm just lightly blending the contour into the nose. This part doesn't need to be perfect because I go in with concealer and with baking products. Now that that is on, I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer. I've actually never used this one on camera. I've only used it a couple times, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one today. This is the Huda Beauty, the Overachiever Concealer in the shade Marshmallow, but this one just doesn't have a doe foot applicator. It's a metal tip, and I'm gonna go ahead and just apply this where I want to brighten and conceal. With this concealer, a little bit goes a very long way. Also, it's very thick, so if you add too much of it, it's gonna feel really cakey, and you're gonna be able to tell immediately that it's on you. So just be really generous and careful with this one. I'm gonna go in and just add a little bit of my KKW number 1. I really like this concealer mixed in with literally all my concealers. I like it because it's a very thin consistency, but it still gives like a medium plus to full coverage look. So to blend it all out, I'm just be using my damp beauty blender. I've been using a beauty blender lately for like all makeup application, and I really like it. I like forgot because I've been using these Sony NEX5t ones for so long. They're like double the size of the beauty blender, but honestly, I don't know. The beauty blender, I forgot how good it is, and it's actually kind of nice having it be a little smaller because it's easier to blend out like my nose and stuff. And it doesn't get the product everywhere, I've noticed. Whereas like the Sony NEX5t one, sometimes I'll use it and it goes like just instead of like focusing it in a certain spot. And then underneath the eye. Like I said, I didn't use much of the Huda Beauty one because I've used it before, and the first time I used it, I did so much of it and I wasn't expecting it to be so full coverage. It was so cakey, so thick. It felt really bad on my skin. So I've kind of learned my lesson with that one. Okay, so now that that is all placed on the skin, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my baking powder. For this, I'm just gonna be taking my Laura Mercier powder, and I'm gonna be setting it with a Laura Mercier poof, and I just do this. While the powder is baking and melting in the skin, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrows off camera, and I will be right back. I'm gonna do my eyes next, and I'm actually gonna use these. I don't know if they're new, but I got them, God, I think a couple months ago now on PR. It was like a collection NARS did. They're like little mini travel eye palettes. I have the one Nectar, and this is what Nectar looks like. It's just like a 6 mini palette. It looks really nice, and I love the NARS formula. And start with this light cream shade if it gives off any pigment, because it looks pretty light. I'm just gonna buff it in to the crease area and lightly blend it. I want to do just a really pretty light bronzy look today, nothing too crazy. A lot of people I've been watching have been saying these palettes are really good, like everyday go-to palettes. If you guys have been following me, you know that I live and breathe and die for Natasha Denona palettes. I'm always down to look for new eyeshadow palettes that can, you know, not replace, but can come into my everyday rotation. All right, I think that looks good. I'm gonna add just a little bit more on the other eye. This shade right here, it's like the darker one in the palette, and I'm just gonna apply that in the crease area. This is like a more warm red brown shade. It's really nice though. Just buff it in. Go ahead and blend them out together. This is called the Eyes to Mesmerize Long Lasting Eyeshadow by Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Star Gold. It comes like in a little pot like this, and then the shade is just a really pretty gold color. I'm gonna apply this with my finger. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of it. It looks like that, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and press it on to the lid and blend it out. That's gold, but it's pretty. play with it a little and tap it out. Doesn't have to be perfect either. I like that it's not like crazy shimmery. It's just a really pretty like wash of bronze shade. A little more onto the other eye. That is on. I'm gonna let it just kind of sit for a second. Bronzy shade here, and just add it around to really kind of set it, because I'm not sure if this product will set. So this will also help it last longer, even though since it is like a wet eyeshadow, it should hold up really good and last long, but this is just gonna ensure that it stays on there and is packed in. Brush and just blend it all together. In the palette that I used earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the lower lash line as a base. And then Charlotte Tilbury Glow-Gasm Face Palette. I got this in PR like you guys saw, and I'm actually going to take the bronzer. There's 2 highlights, a blush, and a bronzer, and I'm going to use the bronzer. This is a really good palette, by the way. Light diffusing bronzer. It's really, really nice. It doesn't like over apply, but it gives a really nice color to the skin, and it makes you look like you're glowing. I always like adding more than one bronzer. I'm gonna go in with this Fenty one. This is in the shade Inda Sun. Oh, I just understood Inda Sun. Inda Sun. Oh my god, I feel so dumb. But this is what this one looks like. The FB is like already gone. This bronzer is so good. I've had this bronzer since April, and I've used it every single day. It's so good. It blends really good. It looks really good. It goes on like a dream, and it's a really good bronzer to mix with other bronzers. I always pack on a ton of bronzer too, because we want to look like we were into sun, if you know what I mean. But while the bronzer is looking good, I'm going to go ahead and just carve out it, like the contour part, to really highlight. I'm just taking the Laura Mercier powder, and I'm just going to do just a touch. Not too much, but I do want to add a little bit more like sculptness. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. It just depends on like how sharp I want the contour line to be. Is NARS Madly. Like it's coming up on camera, it's a really pretty muted rosy nude. The reason why I want to use this is because I don't want to do something too crazy, and I just feel like this blush will look really good. Really loving a bright pink blush lately, but since this is more of like a bronzy goddess look, I kind of wanted to keep it a little more muted. Anastasia and Am Resi highlighter. Now the thing that I like about this one is it's just right in the middle of like a icier lighter highlighter, but it does have more of like a gold reflection to it, which is really great. This highlighter I can use when I'm my fairest or when I'm a little bit more tan, like I am right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a damp beauty sponge, and I'm just gonna start pressing it in and really picking up the product about that much on it. And then I'm gonna tap it out onto the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna go in and apply. So like this. Like that. And it does cover like a more wide spot on your face because it is, you know, we picked up quite a bit, but that's okay. I really like how it kind of disperses like in an all over glowish. And then we got some, and we're gonna put some always on our forehead. And then pick up a little bit more for the cheeks. And I'm gonna take some on the chin. 2 different highlighters. Both highlighters are absolutely amazing. I'm gonna be using this gold one from the Glowgasm palette from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm also gonna be using the Natasha Denona Super Glow in light medium. Once again, if you guys have been following me for a while, this is my one that is the 01 Fair. Literally, I'm like about to hit pan on it, but I'm gonna start playing with this one more because I've never really played with it. So since this one is less golden than the Charlotte Tilbury one, I'm gonna do that one last as a topper. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Anastasia A23 brush and pick up this gold one out of the Charlotte Tilbury palette and just load up my brush and just apply it to the high points. And this is, like I said, more of a focused highlight, whereas when I went in with the Amrezy one, it was just like an all over cheek glow. Holy shiz. Perfect. And then I'm gonna take this one, which is the Natasha Denona one, and I'm gonna actually take it on a different brush. I'm gonna be using a Morphe one. This is the Morphe Y14 brush, and I'm just gonna pick some up and just, this one's an even more precise brush, so I'm just putting it kind of closer to the eye area like this. All right, this is another step in my makeup routine that I've recently started to do. I'm going to be taking this Fenty Beauty lavender powder on that same Laura Mercier poof that I used to bake earlier, and I don't take a ton of it. I just take like enough where I know it's going to give me like a highlighted look, and I just press it right here underneath my eyes. And if it falls down or whatever a little bit, it really doesn't matter, it's fine. And then same thing, I'm gonna take it on this eye. I've been doing this and I've noticed that it just really like awakens the eye once I do it like after all my other makeup. And then while that is baking, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my false lashes. My lashes that I'm gonna be wearing today are the Kiss number 11s. Now that the lashes are on, we are on to the last phase of this makeup tutorial. I'm literally obsessed with how this looks. I think it looks so good, so bronzy. So last part is I'm going to be taking this double-ended hourglass brush. Literally any brush with like a little fluff like this is totally fine. But I'm now just taking that lavender shade I showed you guys that I pressed in after everything that I baked, and I'm just tapping it in and tapping it out. I can't remember who I saw do this, but I saw some celebrity makeup artist do this on someone, and they said that by doing this, once all your makeup's done and patting and tapping it out, it actually doesn't mess up your highlight or anything. It actually blends it and makes it look more like your skin, or like more like a real natural glow. And the first time I did this, I noticed a difference, and I noticed it didn't disrupt my highlighter or anything. So I just started doing it, and I'm obsessed now. So yeah, that's what we do. And then just to ensure that we didn't lose any glow, which I know we didn't because it still looks good, I just always like to go in and tap on a little more. So I'm gonna just take that Natasha Denona one and just, you know, cake it on, because why not? Looks so good. All right, and then for lips today, I am gonna do a nude lip because I'm a nude lip girl. So I'm taking Walk of Shame lip liner from Urban Decay. of just lighting my lips. Crush by Huda Beauty. I've actually never used this liquid. Never take too much because I like to tap it out with my finger. KKW Peach or KKW Juicy. Since I always use I'm Nude, I think I'm gonna take Juicy, or I'm gonna take the peach one. Sorry, I'm just watching because I've never used these before. So let's see here. Oh god, that's what the two look like. This one's Juicy, the other one's peach. So I think both will look good, so I'm gonna take both. I'm gonna start with Juicy and just tap tap tap. A peach and put it right on top of that too, just in the center. Set the face, I'm taking this Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. I haven't used this in a very long time. I've only used it a couple times since I bought it, since I was going through it pretty quickly. I mean, I haven't used it for a while, so I haven't used it because I've actually been obsessed with the Dewy set, and I bought another one because it's almost gone. But today, let's use this because I'm feeling bougie and I want to show you guys it. So I'm going to go ahead and just do like 3 or 4 squirts because this stuff's expensive, and yeah, it's expensive. Okay, I said 3 or 4 squirts and I ended up doing like 20. That's okay. That's all right. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really did love all the products that I tried out in today's video. I'm gonna say I'm literally the most shocked by the foundation combo I used. I'm the most shocked by the foundation combo because I like this one. I mean, I love this one on its own, and I didn't really like this one on its own, but combined, they look really good, really flawless, very, very full coverage. I didn't have any issues with other products laying or going on top of it. So this might be my new go-to, kind of keep an eye on that. All the other products I used, I'm literally obsessed with. The Charlotte Tilbury products I use, the NARS products, all of them are really great products. I think, you know, if you pick up anything from this video, obviously I'm biased, but I would definitely pick up a Natasha Denona Super Glow highlighter. These things are just the best highlighters I've ever used. They're really, really good. She has 3 different shades, and what I really like about them is you can really build them up, or you can keep them really natural. So I think that's it for today's video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave me your thoughts and comments down below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.